Yes, guys, welcome back to Kings of the Bridge. Hope you're all well. Good to see you all. Bear with us with the backgrounds and the intros and at the moment, guys. We have got everything ready to get it uploaded and sorted out. It's just really not had the time to do it and stuff. So me and Matt will have that hopefully all sorted by tomorrow, where we'll have the intro included, the countdowns, and all of the background will be Kings of the Bridge. We're really going to go in and try and make this look properly. But as you know, caught off guard by playback and we find ourselves over here. But anyway, Matt, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, good, mate. I hope everything's well with yourself and good with everyone in the chat. Been a lot going on these last couple of days, so be interesting to see what everyone else thinks about this whole Maresca versus the board fiasco. And you know, we actually do have a game tonight, which is funny enough I completely forgot about. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. CFC Cardiff, you right?
It's dark because when I put the light on, I start getting these stupid lines going through the camera, and it looks even worse, right? So I'm having to manage, unfortunately, guys. You can still see me though, can't you? It's not like you can't see me. Having to manage again. It's just annoying. The light thing is annoying. I'm not even going to get into it, but yeah, the lights. Yeah, I can put it on now. Look and see what you think, but I just don't like it. So I've got a light now. Yeah, look at the camera. Does that bother you? Or is that all right? Tell me.
It's all right for me. It looks like you're on the moon in the background. You've got those little craters in the
They're like lines going through the video, like camera though, like all these little flickery lines. Yeah. Can you see all that?
Yeah, I can.
You want me to leave it on, yeah? All right, cool. I'll leave it on.
Well, Mike says the opposite, so I think it's a good thing.
Hey, Melina, what you say, man? Long time. How you doing? Good to see you. Big up to you, Melina. Melina's a massive Arsenal fan. I've had her on this channel before as well.
Oh, okay.
Back in the GNA TV days. So, yeah, good to see you. I see everyone in here. I see Dills is in here. My boy Dills as well, back from the GNA TV days. Guys, you are now mixing with my playback community that's in here as well. Obviously, as you probably are not aware, playback was shut down last week. So we've now moved back over to here on YouTube. And I'm going to have a go again with this channel that we nearly got to 10,000 on YouTube, and try and really push out these lives. Obviously, Matt's my co-host as well, so that means we're going to be getting more lives out for you guys. So we keep you up to speed. We've got transfers around the corner as well. I am going to be in Dubai on Saturday, so all of this is going to change, obviously, even from a time frame stand for me as well. So everything's getting better by the end of this week. So just to let you know, we've got a lot coming up. Fabrice says RIP playback. RIP playback, bro. Honestly, RIP. Carlito finally giving up on Maresca, the fraud. Carlito's he's like the weather. That's who Carlito is. He doesn't know if he's here. He doesn't know whether it's sunny or if it's raining or if it's cloudy. He just in the moment, you know. That's what Carlito is. I've been here from day one. Where's my mod gone? Stephen, that's not the way that you come into a life, right?
Yeah, good to see you too, Stephen.
That's not how you come into a life, is it? Like, come on, brother. You're better than that. Have I had you as a mod? Mate, I've not even got to the mod thing. I will sort all the mods out properly. Don't get me wrong. Playback will be missed. It will be indeed. Any opportunity to play Tosin? He is washed. Give Thiago Silva a chance again for 5 months. He will do more than any Chelsea player at the moment. Yeah, that's where I want to start with, really. That's my question to, obviously, Matt and everyone else that's in here right now. There's been talks about Thiago Silva potentially coming back for like 5-6 months. What does that mean to you guys? Do you think it's an entertaining way of like bringing him back and morality and boost? And you think it'd be good for the actual squad and the backroom staff and things like that? Or do you think, no, we shouldn't be bringing back someone that's over his 40s and probably won't get much game time and this and the other? So how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I think from a experience, morale point of view, I think the occasional rotation, I think, and I know from a nostalgic point of view for the fans, it's a no-brainer. Will they do it? I don't think so, but I think it's a no-brainer, to be fair, for us to be bringing someone of his level back, because I don't think we really, since he's left, got anyone reaching that element of caliber. So I would be bringing him back, even if it's for an occasional rotation. I mean, I would. I mean, I know Lena said about him replacing Tosin. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I think it's a no-brainer. And the fact that JT's come out today with what he said, I think that's the kind of, not a cry for help. I think that's him going, look, we've got to do it. Let's get him in.
So he's a free agent from ahead of 2026. Thiago Silva has decided to leave Fortaleza and try a new chapter as a free agent. Thiago Silva will be available with immediate effect from January. I think this is a big opportunity for Chelsea going into the next part of the season, bringing in someone with a bit of like mentality, bit of leadership. And I don't like, as long as Thiago Silva's all right coming back to Chelsea, knowing that he's not going to play a lot of football, then cool, you bring him in, right? If he's happy with that and it's more to do with the back end and maybe he comes in for 1 or 2 games. And I'll give you an example of them games, right? So look at the Leeds game. Look at the Bournemouth game where you're missing 1 or 2 of your best players. The performance levels are not quite at it. You can see that the morality of the team's slightly low because we're not really in any good form. That's when I would utilize Thiago Silva in the team and be like, I need you in there. I need your leadership qualities. I need you to get the boys up for it throughout the game. I need you to lead on the pitch and try and get us across the line. This is something that him, John Terry, and, mainly him and John Terry do so well, So for me, it's about, bringing in his leadership qualities to really help this team going into the next part of the season, which is why I think by doing that till we get to summer, and then maybe he stays and becomes part of the overall Chelsea firm, or if he decides to go on from there, then it's down to the board who will then have the pressure to make sure that they go out into the market, which, listen, it doesn't look like we can trust them, don't get me wrong, to go out to the market and actually try and make the right decisions for once, to improve the squad how it needs to be improved so that we can compete with the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City, all 3 of them, even though Liverpool are not in the greatest of forms. Smash the likes, guys. Let's make sure you get the likes up. That is so important on YouTube. If we don't build up the likes, it won't push us through the algorithms. We really need to try and establish and grow the channel. YouTube have messaged me saying you need to get your likes up. You need to try and aim to get to like 50 plus likes each time you're live. So please, guys, make sure you smash the likes as well.
I think what Mike said as well, and I think that's what kind of I think a lot of people have said, like, Thiago's real heart really is at Chelsea. His kids are at Chelsea. He's, his family are in London. And really it's like a natural transition. Like you said, at the end of the season, review what happens. I think we would all want him to be in the backroom staff in one capacity or another. And it was something that we wanted JT to kind of be a part of that as well, if it's a backroom staff, or I think having someone of his level and what he's done, particularly even what he's done at Chelsea, is transformative. I think it was one of the best bits of business, I think, in Chelsea's history, that we brought him in. What was it, on a free? Was it a free we got him on?
Yeah.
And look what he did for us in that time. And I think what's happening at the moment with all the noise within Chelsea, I think some of this would kind of cool things down. I think it's perfect, but do I think it's going to happen? I don't think so, which is a shame, because I think, like you alluded to, Jem, it seems like all the obvious things for our board to do, they do the latter and they do the opposite because they don't think we know much about our club. And I don't think, so it's just frustrating.
100%. Moving away from that, we'll see what happens. But moving away from that, I want to go to the whole Enzo Maresca saga that's been going on the last couple of days. Obviously, he comes out after the game talking about 48 hours being the worst since he's been at Chelsea. People were unsure. Was it targeted at the fans? Was it targeted at the board? Who was this actually targeted at? He then comes out and his press conference for Cardiff and says he loves the fans. Actually, he loves the Chelsea fans, and was quiet. So it was as if like he was kind of like hinting as to what he meant without actually saying what he meant. That's probably the right thing. Piers has said here, big up Piers. He says, win, draw, or lose, I'm behind the gaffer. When I believe in a manager and he has shown me a lot of reasons to back him, I will. I don't want to see another change in manager in the summer and another reset of the same cycle. But you put your ego aside and let him work. Maresca is the scapegoat and no one else is held accountable. There is a bigger picture at play here, is what he says. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on this, Matt? This whole sort of Maresca saga that's been going on as well. It seems like he's kind of calling out the ownership a little bit with apparent comments after the was it? I can't remember what game it was after the Bournemouth game or the Atalanta game. It was where they weren't too happy with maybe certain rotations, how the squad was set up. I mean, that's what we're hearing. So, what's your thoughts on?
I find it really frustrating. And this is my frustrations are all aimed on the board with this, because I'm telling you, anyone who's wanting Maresca out, you wait, because once he's gone, I really worry about what's going to happen with who we would potentially bring in. You know, there's a lot of noise about Glasner, Iraola, even Rossignol. I think what we've got in Maresca, and yes, look, he's not done certain things right, but there's some real foundations there for him to be a top manager. If you look at all the stats and the points he's tallied up, and you know, I think it's barring Villa, Liverpool, and City, or Arsenal, sorry, they all had at that point top strikers, etc. But anyways, back to the point. I find this is all aimed at the board. I think they are using Maresca as a scapegoat because of the acquisitions they brought in. Yes, they're wanting him to rotate. I think when he does rotate, I think it's very obvious that the quality is just not there. And I just find this whole thing of the results not going our way, or there's inconsistencies, I don't think that's due to Maresca. I think that's due to the very obvious factor of us not buying the correct players, sticking to the course of buying players young, selling them high. It's just really frustrating, because I don't think anything's ever going to change, and it's just a similar cycle to what happened with Tuchel, and even obviously more to the point now, Pochettino. I mean, I think Pochettino actually left. He actually kind of left on his own terms, and I think they kind of said, "Oh, we kind of boot him out," sort of thing. No, I think he resigned. I thought he was quite happy to brush his hands with it. I think at the end, Pochettino did well with a good run at the end. But Maresca's done the same. He got us into the top four, and he did his part of the bargain, and I don't think they promised him. I don't think they've done their part of the bargain in promising him certain players.
Yeah, I'm already starting to see a small minority of fans saying that they're Maresca out, and that like he's playing with fire, and they feel that maybe, you know, that he's kind of like throwing his toys out the pram. I had a conversation with Robert earlier, and he was saying that he thinks Maresca's throwing his toys out the pram. He should just be getting on with things. Shouldn't be moaning about the squad he's got. He should be utilising it and getting the best out of what he's got. And I said to him, like, the one thing that Maresca has done since he's been at Chelsea is got the best out of what he's got. We've seen him play Neto up front and bring balance and win games last season, like we did away against Wolves when Neto scored up front with obviously Tyreek George. We've seen games where at the end of the season, where we had that daunting 5 games, we were told that we weren't going to get Champions League football because, you know, we had no Jackson, we had Palmer not scoring goals. They didn't know how Chelsea were going to get through it. And we only lost the Newcastle game because we went down to 10 men, and we still played better than them in the second half. We were lucky not to get a draw. And he's done so many good things in that period for me, where he showed, look, I can still get the best out of what I've got, and I can lead these players into a positive outcome and make the right decisions. And listen, there were so many questions on him, on his decision making with squad choice and rotations and whatever, and he got it right all the way through the Club World Cup. He had the same situation as well, and now we find ourselves in a position where, he's kind of got it. I'd say got it wrong. He's kind of in a position where he's had a bit of a fall, shall I say? And that's down to in-game management. That's down to too much rotation. And he even come out himself in press conference and said about the Leeds game, he said, I take that on the chin as full responsibility. I rotated too much. Maybe I shouldn't have made as many changes, and maybe we shouldn't have, I didn't really help the players on the pitch, was kind of the word, and I think since the Everton game, yes, I don't think we played the greatest again, don't get me wrong, but we managed to claw out against a team that had won 3 games out of their last 4 that were in good form, and we managed to pull through and get that done. And I just think we're such a momentum team. We're a team that always needs a win or 2 or 3 behind us for us to go on a little bit of a run. Do you know what I mean? It's such an important period to have beaten Everton, and now we've got Cardiff, which we're going to be talking about in a second. And then we got 2 really hard games, Newcastle away and Aston Villa at home, and we know what our form's like. that I really think it's important that we don't focus on Maresca. We don't listen to what's going on too much in the media. Yes, he brought it onto himself with the comments, but he isn't going anywhere while we're still in multi-competitions. We've got Premier League, Champions League, cup tournaments, all these things are still going on. We're 8 points behind number one. It's not like we're 18 points away from number one at this point. And we're in a position where anything can happen from now all the way to the end of January. And that's why I think we just need to back the manager, as we should do, as he deserves to, like we said at the end of last season, that going into this season, irrelevant to what the board do with signings, we will back Maresca and give him the chance. There's no reason why a little blip in form doesn't mean Maresca can't get it sorted or he can't find a way, or, because he's shown us he can. He's shown us he can go and find the way. So we should just be backing him through this period and just hope that we obviously pull through it as well. Pels, good to see you, darling. Hope you're well. Everyone else that's in the building, nearly 40 people. Good, big up, guys. Hope you're good. Hit the likes, guys. Please hit the likes. We're going to get into the Cardiff talk in a second. We're just talking a little bit on Maresca. So I'm pretty sure that the most of yous in here probably are in agreement, I'm assuming. We've got a comment here from Ishi that says, but it's a very small minority of people who want him out. Seems to be an agenda driven from them. Don't think the fan base will ever fully back a manager. I think most are fine with him staying. I would say the majority are okay with him. Do you know what I mean? I think most of them will probably fine with that. I don't think it's a big majority. I think, like I said, it's a minority of individuals like Robert, like maybe some others as well. Robert's not Maresca out, but it's the way that he comes across. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like the way he speaks about him and stuff, which makes me think he's Maresca's out. Do you know what I mean? Want to win now, but they bring in a rookie manager, then give 7-8 year contracts. This board is a massive contradiction. Well, would you not say right now that Maresca's probably one of the best managers in the league, Dom? And my second question to you would be, if we sack Maresca tomorrow, I don't think he goes to a lesser team like a Fulham or a fucking Wolves. I don't think they're the type of jobs he gets. I think he gets jobs like Inter Milan. I think he gets jobs like Juventus, AC Milan. I think he could go to, he could probably go to like a Dortmund. He could probably even walk into a Bayern Munich if company wasn't there. I think he's got himself. I know it's a short period of time, but in that period, I think he's shown that he's a decent manager. Tactically, he's a decent manager. And, he's a good problem solver against in the bigger games. So I would probably say that Maresca's actually improved his overall experience in a short space of time, which will allow him to always have some of the biggest clubs in the game looking at him going, oh, no, we're interested in him. We like what he's doing, tactics, the decision makings, the rotate, all of it, like everything that they're seeing of that. So, yeah, it's interesting. But Man United, Carly, listen, why not? Is he better than Amram? I think he is. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't know if you agree, Matt. I think he could walk into most big teams. To be quite honest, I mean, I had Hussam say that if Arne Slot got sacked tomorrow, that Liverpool would be looking at like Maresca would be in the conversation. Not that they would get him, but he would be in the conversation because he's a good manager.
I was thinking this last night, and I think you alluded to a lot of teams I was thinking in my head, and I was thinking, well, he's actually got a lot of money in the bank now with kind of his performances he's done for Chelsea, because let's be honest, he's had his hands tied behind his back with how the club is run, with the personnel they're bringing in, and I think he's done extremely well with that. Yes, I know that it seems to be his kind of Achilles heel is this mid to low block, but is that a personnel issue or is that a tactic issue? And I think it's a little bit of both. I don't think it's fully on the personnel, because regardless of whoever we've had in, we seem to always struggle with that. But when you're talking about teams like Bayern Munich and stuff, it seems like everyone now is wanting to go for this young manager who's got different philosophies, and he just fits the bill for any of those clubs. And you mentioned Bayern Munich or whatever, he'd be perfect there. And I think that's why maybe potentially he's not necessarily, speaking out, but I think he's now starting to think, actually, do you know what? Like, I've given a lot to you guys, and you're questioning me the whole time. You imagine how frustrating that is as a manager to constantly be questioned by people who, let's be honest, haven't really got a good track record of actually proving themselves that they're good at their own jobs, let alone trying to understand and being a manager. And he's gone, oh, I've got you guys a Club World Cup. I got you top 4. I got you this with the players, the plethora of players I've been given. It's so it's he's got many opportunities, sure, absolutely.
Is that no? No?
That is, yeah.
He's Maresca will be sacked at the end of the season. Sadly, is what he feels. Do you think he's going to be sacked? What, just because he goes against the ownerships?
I think it'll be mutual. I think it'll be like a Poch thing.
Well, I don't think he goes anywhere, providing we actually see some progression again this season. And now you got to look at what he's being given. Did he want the likes of Garnacho and Gittins? Who knows? We'll never know with these kind of things. Are these the type of players that were requested by the manager, or did he have other targets that weren't met? You know, there's always that argument when you're a manager where you're giving me players that I don't think are good enough, and you're saying are good enough. And we are where we are because the proof's in the pudding. That could be a manager's argument. I'm just talking behind the scenes, right? Not something that we would see. But, you know, these are things that could also be spoke about. Any big club with a manager vacancy would go for Maresca 100%, pals. 100%. Carly says, if Maresca goes, we are absolutely stupid and unserious institution. I agree with you, because what does it do? Oh, let's go and get Glasner. Let's go and get fucking Areola. Let's get the new toy of the year, yeah? One that's not even managed a big club, and see if he can do the same. Like, why don't you just stick with the one that was inexperienced, has actually won you, shown you that he can, you know, he can do, you know, he's got the ability to get the best out of what he's got. Yeah. You know, he's all right. He rotates a bit too much, but he says it's because of certain managements and whatever. But still, you know, he still finds a way, majority with the team that he has on the pitch, to try and find ways to get decisions. And I know it's not been the case of the last couple of games. And listen, Chelsea are always going to go through this blip. It's annoying that it's December, because December is a very important period, but we are still 8 points behind in the middle of December, coming to the end of December. And I really think it's going to be interesting to see where Chelsea are from now all the way to the end of January, because January is another busy period of games where I think we've got like 7 games in January. You know, yes, Benji, what you saying, my boy? Big up to you. Good to see you. Benji, the boy. Benji, how you finding it? No playback, man. Maresca ain't leaving, but he was just frustrated because he ain't got support like the support he gets when he's doing good. True. But I think that comes with pressure from any business, really. When things are not going well, you're going to get questioned, right? So it's always down to him to try and problem solve and find it. He's blamed himself for certain results already. Let's see what happens. Hey, Go AM is in the building. What are you saying, Go AM? Good to see you, man. Long time, bro. A long time. Go AM is a fucking legend. Funny guy. Remember playback days, Jim? We were speaking about if or not Maresca has a say in transfers. Well, this is the proof he doesn't, but it also proves, on the flip side of this, before we finish off, that he's not a yes man. Yeah. Because why would he come out with the comments that he come out earlier? People just thought, oh, he will just listen to what the ball tell him to do. You know, he won't come out. He won't move out of line or anything like that. He's actually come out and said, like, this is the worst 48 hours I've had since I've been at Chelsea, and then said, I love the fans, by the way. Who else is he going to be talking about if it's the worst 48 hours? Unless it's personal, which it could be. Don't get me wrong. Maybe saying it happens at home and we don't have a clue in his personal life. Or it's to do with what's going on at Chelsea, you know? Yes, Streamer, what you saying? Good to see you. Maresca, I need a centre-back. Bald. Here's Garnacho. Maresca, what? Bald, you're fired.
And that's our club, everyone.
Yeah.
Is Garnacho.
That's quality. That is fucking quality. Whoever replaces him won't be able to live up to the fan base expectations. For the new manager to be better than Maresca, we would have to win us the league first season. Yeah, like it's that high expectation, right? It's that high expectations. Playback days as if it wasn't 4 days ago. It feels a long 4 days ago. Right? It feels like we've not been around, you know, playback's not been around for a while. Louis, big up Louis as well. I see Louis in the building. He says, if sacking Maresca, guys, you know you can update your pictures, like, so I know it's you. Even if you change your apps. Even if you change your apps, update your pictures to what you had on playback, and then I know it's you guys without you actually having to change your names. Does that make sense? Because I'm sure you can still
his name now, so that's good.
You can still upload your pictures, so I know it's you guys if you are the playback community. Do you know what I mean? Pennsylvania Blues, good to see you. How are you? Says who are getting if who are we getting if he sacks? I'm going to throw 2 names out there, and it's going to be 2 names that have no experience of managing big clubs, and it's going to be the same cycle as what we've already got under Maresca. Glasner, Areola. Don't know if you get
Glasner and Rossignol.
Rossignol, my fucking god!
I think they like what he's doing at Strasbourg, and I can see it in some capacity, whether it's now or in a season's time, because they'll probably the same cycle happen again. Probably whoever we bring in gets sacked, they'll go for him. He's a perfect mold for the club.
Yeah, my swimming pool picture's gone now, Louis, so you can't use it.
That was goated. I remember when he changed that. I was like, Jesus, here we go.
My swimming pool picture, man. Okay, let's go. Couch Crick in the building. This is Cesc. Could he be on that list, potentially? I still think that we'd go with a Premier League manager if we could get a Glasner and Areola. I could see that just because, again, I feel like we're always trying to find that manager that's not got the experience, but potentially has the potential, like the way we sign players, specific players, right? We go for the potential, not really the experience. I hope they just act like grown-up adults and sort their difference. Yeah, they will do, DK. I think they will. I'm not going to lie. All right. Are we going to move to the game?
Yeah, one last one. I see. Is it Del? Is it Dells? Sorry, what I can't remember. Deal. Sorry, yeah. Saying about De Zerbi. I mean, what a car crash that would be. Interesting. I know Egbali loves him, but you want someone who's a bit more calmer. You're not going to get that behind the scenes with him. Yes, he might put a couple of players into shape, but I just think that could.
Don't say that too loud, mate. Pies might hear. It's fucking Pies' his favourite manager.
There's obviously a good manager there, but I think it could be a car crash waiting to happen.
Gooned a few times in that pit. Rosner, is what Carly says. You guys are mad.
Carly, that's not what I want, by the way. I just know what they're like.
Hellberg or Lamps? What? Because Lamps is doing well at Coventry. Like,
let him do his thing. Let Lamps do his thing. I don't want him to ruin his legacy coming back.
I agree with this though. If you get De Zerbi, he ain't gonna sit there and go, "Yes, sir, yes, sir."
That's what I mean. It could go crazy.
Give me this one. Don't worry, we will take this one. No problem. Yeah.
De Zerbi's his own players.
No way YouTube chat has turned sus. Pels, it follows us everywhere, man. It follows us everywhere. Guys, I'm back in Dubai Saturday. We're going to be updating all of the kit of Kings of the Bridge as well, with the intro, the outro, the backgrounds. Everything's going to be back to the sort of the Kings of the Bridge facilities, hopefully by tomorrow as well. Going into the games, into the fixtures that Chelsea have coming up. Oh, I've done it again. What am I doing here? Where is it? There we go. Fixtures coming up in the next couple of games. Obviously, we've got Cardiff, which we're going to be talking about in a second. Newcastle, Aston Villa, Bournemouth is what ties up the last period of this year. Some people would say that's a tough 4 games, really, on paper for Chelsea. Cardiff, who we're going to talk about in a second, are scoring goals for fun and at top of their league as well. And rightly so, they're in a quarterfinal because they're playing very well. I think they've won their last 5 games in a row. We're going to talk about that. Then we've got Newcastle, who didn't have the greatest of results against Sunderland, which kind of worries me a little bit, just because now they need to respond back. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to see them. They're going to want to, and especially being at home with the crowd behind them, that's always a daunting ground for us. We have Aston Villa at home, Aston Villa are in great form at the moment, have been playing very well. However, I still back us at home against them just because our home record's pretty good. And then we have Bournemouth at home. Now, playing Bournemouth away and playing Bournemouth at home, I feel like it's 2 different things. I know they drew against Man United and they're still a threat, but I still expect us to obviously get that done as well. And then it's the big game against Man City, Matt. So 5 games, man. Very tough games.
They are. I don't know what's more tough, looking at the fixtures or looking at those times the kickoffs are. 2, 3 o'clock. Oh yeah, 7:30, 30 minutes past midnight, 2:30 in the morning. That is tragic. That is tough.
Well, I'm not here anyway, am I? So I'll be back. Thankful.
3 a.m. to watch Cardiff. That is committed.
I mean, I'm meant to be up to. I mean, meant to be up tonight watching Cardiff, and I probably will be. Most probably. This is already 11 o'clock now. 28 likes. Let's get to 50, guys. We really do need your help. I can't explain and stress how important it is we get to 50 likes. It really, really helps boost this channel back up again, and helps the channel grow. Really, not only by views, but also in growth across YouTube's algorithm. We want it to sit at the top with all the other football creators on here that are actually doing bits and bobs, and then, you know, it will attract new crowds in here as well. So I really need you guys to smash the likes, guys. If you've not hit the button and hit the notification, please, 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 please. Nono says we're going to win 4 out of 4. Fuck me, go on, Nono. Confident. Can't believe I'm not modded. Been subbed to this channel for like 5 years. Yeah, Pels, you was a mod. You was a mod. But I haven't been on in so long, so I don't really know what's happened to the
I should have been modded before playback even existed. But I think what you were saying, Jem, about these fixtures, and I think what you said about kind of the run, they're not easy fixtures at all, and it could either go really well or get quite messy. I think we are potentially going to do something at Newcastle. Someone in the chat, was it Fabian Collins, said about Burns being out. That's huge. Anytime he plays Chelsea, he's such a physical, like, large player, and the fact that he's out, that could be quite promising. And I think we need to get that monkey off back, get it going. Come on, we can get a win there.
Yeah, I hear you. How confident are you in the next 5 games, just out of interest?
So I'm going to say, what was it, tonight? I think we'll win. Newcastle, as me saying we're going to win. I think we are going to get minimum a draw. I think Villa will win. I think we'll win against Bournemouth as well, and I think we'll lose against City. So what's that? I've gone for 7 points.
7 points.
Cardiff, 7 points out of 12 in the Prem.
Ah, interesting. Wolfick, fucking hell, I haven't seen Wolfick in a while as well. How you doing, Wolfick? Good to see you, man. Pels, I've just done your moderation. Who else have I got on mod? I'm going to do Nono. Nono.
I agree. It's a nasty game to start a Saturday, I tell you that.
Nono. Carly, where's Carly? I've done Carly. I'm sure Carly's a mod, no? I thought I might have done as well. No. There we go. Don't mod me up. It won't be good for your brand. I know I ain't. And, big up, yeah.
Callum Robinson, honestly, he gives me shivers. He always used to blimmin' score against Chelsea.
Right, getting back to the game. Yeah, big important games, but let's talk about who's back, because that's what's important now. So let's look at the players that return. Moises Caicedo returns from suspension today, guys. How much have we missed Moises Caicedo? No, you can't. No. How much have we missed Moises Caicedo?
He's huge. He's huge for the team. I think we struggled without him. So, yeah, massive.
I think he will play. We're going to do our prediction and lineups in a second, but I think he will start today, and I think we need to start him. I've already made it clear. Enzo Fernandez not to play. Cucurella, by the way, who's the next step, the next comment we're going to go to, is actually out for this game. He's not even allowed to play, even if we want him to. So the early team news is that he's a rare chance to see Jarrell Hato, as I believe Cucurella has received 2. What is it? He's got too many yellow cards, basically. So he's going to be missing this game based on the number of red cards received, which means a chance for Jarrell Hato or someone to come in as well. Why does Caicedo need to start? Because do you want to see Reece James play again? Or do you want to see him rest after playing 90 minutes in a row? Bro looked dead. Yeah, he is. He is. He really does need a break until Newcastle. I wish Asugu could get minutes. If he was available, I think Asugu would probably come into this type of game. We've only got Santos, Caicedo, Reece James, Palmer in that midfield. Maybe Gusto, if you want to throw Gusto in there as well, if we decide to put him in. Reggie Walsh. It won't. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm going to say this now, and this is why we were going to go next. Obviously, we were talking about the game, but I don't see Enzo Maresca lining up a team that is weak. I've got a feeling this is going to be a pretty strong lineup because we're not taking into consideration the form that Cardiff are in at the moment. Bearing in mind, we're not in any real good form ourselves. These guys are the top of their league. Yeah, I know it's only League One and whatever. They're at the top of their league. They've won their last 5 games. They're on 41 points. They're at home. They've got goals for 36, goals against 20, goal difference of plus 16. They've won 13 of their games. They've lost 4 and drawn 2. You know, they've lost more than what Bradford's lost, funny enough. Bradford have drawn more and only lost 2. But they're in pretty decent form at the moment, you know. I don't think we can really be taking them lightly, Matt, based on that, can we? Even
no. I mean, I know a bit about League One because obviously my dad's a huge Portsmouth fan, so I followed League One a lot. And there's a few players in Cardiff who you need to keep an eye on. One of them is if you just scroll down, it's their midfielder where it says players. I think it's Alex Robertson. He was an ex-City Academy player. Yeah, he was an ex-City Academy player, and he actually played for Portsmouth, and he was outstanding for Portsmouth. And I think City actually recalled him back, but he's a very, very good player, Alex Robinson. Obviously, you got Kellyman as well, who's I say ex-Chelsea, but never actually made really that many minutes. But
did we sell Kellyman?
I don't know whether he's on loan there, but the thing is with League One and the Championship, they're just very tough competitive leagues. Like there's a lot of games, but I think you're completely right though, Jen. We cannot take this lightly. So I know a lot of players want to see a squad rotation, youngsters. This could be a banana skin where if we're not careful, they could put a lot of pressure on us, and it could get a bit messy this game.
Trying to look at their lineup, their actual team lineup, but anyway, I can't. But Jinx chat, Kellyman's not allowed to play. No, I didn't think so because we've not sold him, right? He's still, in theory, a Chelsea player. That Robertson guy is available. We need Tosin to start to match up against Salic. That's what Fabrice. Tosin. What about Badiashile, bro? Why do we have to go to Tosin? I don't even know if Tosin can play against League One. Do we trust Tosin to play against League One Cardiff? Please tell me. No way we're scared of Cardiff. Not scared of Cardiff, but I just don't think we should be taking them lightly. We're not in any real good form ourselves, are we? It's not like we're playing teams.
None of us said we were scared of Leeds, were we? And
we're not playing teams off the park. Let's be serious. You're not seeing us play teams off the park whatsoever. So, if we don't turn up with the correct mentality, the right attitude, what's going to stop our boziness from kicking in? All they've got to do is just press like mad, which they're going to do tonight. They're probably going to run around like crazy, trying to force us into mistakes. Let's be serious. We really need to just be on our game. Do you know what I mean? The Cardiff match will be a scrap until we get put away a goal. Listen, the most important thing in these type of games is getting an early goal. The quicker we can get an early goal, the better. It really is. It just kills any plans that they've really got, or it just forces them to come out more. The more it drags on, 0-0. Even I just feel like we'll be in a better position if we can try and get a quick early goal in this game.
Just remember how we played against Lincoln. That's all I'll say. I know Lincoln are maybe a league below, but just remember how that went. It was scrappy and difficult, and it was quite a hard watch.
Oh, that Lincoln game was horrible. Horrible. Yeah. Oh, you made me remember that Lincoln game, bro. Oh, my God.
Oh, so it's only because someone said about Jorgensen. That was why, and I thought who was in goal, and it was Jorgensen.
Lincoln, guys. Yeah? Let's not forget that. What happened to Willie Issa anyway? Is that why we weren't shit? Is he gone, Willie Issa? Is he gone? I don't even know. Did he leave? Our centre-backs I want to see tonight. Well, this is what we're going to do now. We're going to do Matt's prediction first on what he thinks. Let me make this a bit bigger, though. There we go. What he thinks is the team lineup. And then I'm going to do mine. It could be so many things. It could be a weak team, a strong team. Let's see. Jem, I'm coming in London in March. Are you, bro? Interesting. I might actually have to come back to London in March. So if I'm there, Why don't we do a little meetup, man? Maybe we can do a Kings of the Bridge meetup. We'll get Matt out. We'll get all these out. Carly, Pels, everyone. Pause.
Yeah, what's pause on that? Trying to figure
What's
that
the
one
pause on that, man?
out.
Yeah,
no. Season. Yeah, you come up, mate.
What are we pausing
I want to see if Kunku actually does a face reveal. That's all. I want to know if he's a real person.
Is Nkunku even here? I've not seen Nkunku here once.
No, it's probably a good thing. She might get demonetized with his language. So
late night meetup, Louis out. Louis would be jokes. We can get Nkunku. Do not say his name in here because all of a sudden, you know what we'll see. You know what we'll see in the chat. I don't think he can write that stuff in here. That's probably why he's not here. He can't write. What's it? He can't write his weird comments in the chat, so we can't see it. That's why Nkunku's not around. And Nkunku's disappeared like playback, man. Rulander would be good, though. Yeah, where is Rulander? I've not seen him yet. It'd be good to see him at some point. Right, Matt, what are you doing? What's going on? What are we doing with this lineup?
Jorgensen. I don't want it to be, but I think it will be.
Okay.
Left back, obviously, was Hato.
Okay.
This is awful. I can't believe I'm going to be saying this. Tosin. I can't believe I'm doing
I think Tosin's playing, yeah? Okay. What, on the right or the left?
I don't know if it's going to be Tosin and Chalobah. Yeah, this is awful, but I'm trying to think of rotation, but then I'm like, because we can't use Fofana. Is this a time for Josh? Louis, I'm sorry.
I'm asking you, Matt. Just give me a lineup.
Sorry. Right, okay, let's change it. I'm going to go Chalobah and Achimpong. Actually, not Tosin.
Okay.
Chalobah does need a break, but I don't want Tosin in my team. And then right back, Gusto.
Okay, interesting. And then what's your midfield and attack?
Santos, I think it'll be Santos Caicedo.
Oh, you think it's Caicedo and Santos? Okay.
I then think it's going to be Facundo in 10.
Wow.
Then think it's going to be Esteval.
Okay. You think he's actually going to get played after not starting the last 3 games? Not even getting a chance.
We'll see, won't we? Then Gittins, and then Mark Yu.
See, you've gone with what I would call quite a weak team, personally.
I've tried to do like an intermediate. It's a difficult team, but
I don't know if you guys agree, but I look at that team and yeah, the midfield's good. To be fair, the back's all right. I mean, it's the attack for me that just kills me. Like, I think that I don't think. I mean, listen, this is Matt's team. Obviously, this is how he's lined up. I'm headbutting the wall if I see Tosin. Well, you're going to see mine in a second. Don't you worry about that.
Maybe not.
I think should that team go and beat them? Yeah. You know, the midfield's solid. We shouldn't have any problems from getting broken through the midfield. Fucky ball. Yeah. Facundo through the 10. Esteban on the right. Gittins, Gear. This team gets relegated in the Prem.
I've never had so much backlash. So can I give you my reasons for this? So my reason for this is I don't want to play Enzo. I don't want to play Enzo Fernandez. He needs to get rested. We've got such a huge game at the weekend. I don't want Palmer to play either. I want him to be ready for Newcastle. So that's why that number 10 position is having to be filled by Facundo. The only other way you do it is you put Esteval in the 10 and but again, Neto, he's just playing it every single minute.
I don't. Well,
I did. So that's my reasoning behind it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what your lineup is.
You want to see my lineup? Nah, we don't want to see Jem's lineup. Jem's lineup is fucking winning the league, mate. That's what's happening. No, this is Matt's lineup. I'm going to restart the lineups, and I'm going to go with Sanchez in goal. I am going to go with Hato on the left.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go with Badia Shill. And I am going to go with...
Oh, I forgot about Benoit.
Josh. I'm going to go with Josh. I'm going to go with Malo Gusto. Actually, I'm going to go Josh right back. I'm going to go with Chalobah, Badiashile, Josh, Hato. Then I'm playing Caicedo because I think Caicedo will play. I think he'll probably want the minutes. And I'm going to play Santos because I think Santos will play. I agree with you on that. That'll be my midfield. And then I'm going with Esteval, Guiu. I think Mark Guiu plays tonight. I do. Gittins. Palmer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what I think the team's going to be today. That's the team I'm going with.
I prefer your centre-back pairing.
That's what I'm going with, guys. That is what I am going with. Maresca said Palmer won't play. Did he say that? Oh, fucking hell. Did he say that? I haven't even seen it. He's not in the squad.
Facundo it is.
Oh, my fucking God. Is this a joke? Is this a joke? I've not seen one tweet of anyone saying Palmer's out. I've not seen one tweet on Twitter saying Palmer's out of the squad. Are we serious? He's a lion. He's a lion.
Yeah, GT saying it as well.
One second. Ads is joining us in a minute as well. Not out, just manage him. Nizar, I believe, tweeted it. I need to have a look. I need proof. Yeah, you can't even put tweets in the chat. Palmer. Let me write Palmer in.
So you can look at it on Daily's account as well.
Enzo Maresca. Which is Cole Palmer. Blah, blah, blah. He doesn't say that there. Doesn't say that there. He doesn't say that Mark Cucurella in full confidence in Palmer's finishing. He doesn't say that there. I don't see any comments about Palmer not being in the team. These are liars. These are liars. These are liars. You lied to me. You fucking lied to me. Nearly 50 people here. We should have 50 likes, by the way. I know I keep banging on about it, but it's so important. 50 likes, guys. Can we get 50 likes? He legit said it, yeah? I've not seen let me go to who will have it on there. Absolute Chelsea, because they comment every tweet that Maresca says. I want to have a look. Here we go. There we go. Can't believe he said so much. What's going on here? Enzo Maresca's arrived. I have nothing to add. I love Chelsea. Oh, here we go. Enzo Maresca on Cole Palmer. Cole, in this moment, deserves to be protected. He is not available to play 2 games in 3 days.
Fuck you, it is then. I think the team's quite weak, mate. You said you needed to rest him.
Now Palmer's not in the team. He's definitely playing. He is definitely playing. He is definitely playing now. Oh, yes, he is. Yeah. Yes, Enzo Fernandez. Yes, Enzo the Fernandez If Palmer's not there, who are we going to play there? João Pedro? We could put João Pedro there.
I think I'll play him up front at the weekend.
Could we do that? Could it be like that to start with?
Could you see false nine with Neto at all? Or Tyreke?
Oh, I forgot about Tyreke. you guys are killing my mind today. You just said Tyreke. No. Oh my God, he's going to play Tyreke up front. My man's about to play Tyreke up front.
I'll be really shocked if Esteval doesn't play or start today.
The attack could be anything, right? We could even put Esteval there. Let's be serious. Esteval might even go there. But let's be serious. If we're thinking about Enzo Maresca, maybe Enzo don't need a rest. Maybe Enzo can't rest. Maybe we're just waiting for his knee to fucking disintegrate, and then he can't play.
That seems to be that, isn't it?
It feels like it. I'm sorry, lads, but it doesn't matter who you put on that pitch. Our kids are still going to give you a run for your money. Oh, we've got a Cardiff fan here.
Yeah, I saw you early. He said he came across our channel.
How are you, mate? It's obviously, this is the algorithm pushing through and bringing people in from the outside. How you doing? Good to see you. Why do you think that you're going to give us a run of money? Well, tell me about Cardiff. What's impressive about Cardiff? I know obviously you're top of the league and you've won your last 5 games, but what is it that you think could give Chelsea problems? I'd be quite interested to know from a Cardiff fan anyway. Tyreke is our top scorer in the Carabao. All right, Tyreke's starting, man. Tyreke's up front. He might not like it, but it's going to be Tyreke. It's going to be this team. It's actually going to be this team. I've got a feeling now. I think Enzo's going to play. Tyreke up front, it just makes me feel sick. Tyreke. Is Kennyman allowed to play against us? I don't think so. I generally don't think so. Nizar tweeted not long ago today that not many youth is with your squad because it's a quarter-final, guys. We're in a quarter-final. Why do we seem to think that we're going to play a really weak team? We're in a quarter-final of a cup. Yes, it's Cardiff, but they're not exactly a bad team when they're sitting top of their league 5 wins in a row. This is not a dysfunctional Cardiff. Because Cardiff is in Wales. It's not. Cardiff is in Wales. Cardiff is a shithole. Callum Robinson plays for Cardiff, by the way. We are cooked. Are we cooked? So one player's cooking us. Is that what we're saying?
Problem is, he always scores against us. He scored against us for West Brom. Always.
Ash, why is it a howler? Why is it a howler? What are you talking about? Mate, if we lose, sack Maresca. Louis saying sack Maresca if we lose. If we lose tonight to Cardiff, are you all jumping on the sack Maresca bandwagon?
You can't. I mean, it's a terrible loss. You can't.
When does it become you can?
Force.
When does it become you can? You know? Hit the likes, people. 55 people. Yeah, nearly 60 people. Good to see the numbers growing on our second proper live, to be fair. Big up everyone that's in here right now. They are shit. We can't lose. But we say this about every team. We say this about every team, and then we're the ones that end up being the shit. We're the ones that are shit.
Not them. We're not the shit. We are shit.
We are the shit. We are shit. No, because I know tossing will be the reason we lose. Oh, please. What, to League One side? Just proves that the rotation aren't that good. That's true. I agree with that comment. Just proves how good really our rotation is, doesn't it? When you look at it. This is why I don't think it's playing a weak team. I don't see Maresca going, all right, I'm just going to play a weak team. It's Cardiff in a quarterfinal. We should be able to get it done. I think after what's happened recently, and I know it's teams that are obviously better than Cardiff in Leeds, at Atalanta, the Bournemouth game, you know, that period where we've rotated so heavily and we've struggled, I just don't see how we now do that. We don't play a strong squad. It has to be a semi-strong squad for me. You're going to have a Caicedo in there. You're going to have a Chalobah in there, a Sanchez in goal potentially. A decent centre-back pairing. You could probably get away with the fullbacks not starting, even though maybe Gusto might start and Achapon might not even play. It might be a case that we see. Why the new channel? What do you mean why the new channel, bro? We've re-up branded away from GNA TV to Kings of the Bridge, bro. That's what we are now. Kings of the Bridge. Jim got banned from playback for harassing Con.
I think it's more the other way, Con, especially that last one.
So the comment here is from a Cardiff fan. He says, since new management, we found and built good foundations. We now play without fear, but we actually play football rather than just long ball strategy. Cardiff is a shithole, though. You are right. Fair play. Now, let me ask you this as well. Do you think you will come out and play football against us? Do you think you would press? Or do you think you'll sit back and play low block and play on the counter? Because that's really gonna make up my mind on my prediction on scores once I hear back from this person. This is an actual Cardiff fan. I don't know how Cardiff are going to play. I've not watched them enough. Do you play back five? Do you
play back interesting five? As well. Who's been kind of your outstanding kind of players this year so far? Who would you say is a danger for Chelsea?
No one. Fuck Cardiff, man. No, I'm joking. I think, and I hope we go for it. See, this is where I think you might.
Tyson's their best player.
I think this is where you might have a problem. If you don't press well enough, and you allow us to pick you through the pockets, then I think you kind of play to our advantage on the counter. If you come out and try and press us across the pitch, that's what I think. Anyway, that's what I think. Hey, big up ads the boy. He says, just get the likes up, people. I think he's coming up in a bit. He said he's going to jump up and have a quick.
Ads, you're looking clean in that photo. Jeez.
That's Didier Drogba, bruv.
No, I know. Didier's put some size on too.
That's Didier Drogba, bruv. Sorry, but this is an easy 4-1 from GTino. Interesting. Guys, we nearly got 60 people in the building. Big up everyone that's coming through right now and helping to push this algorithm out. Like Ad said, let's get the likes up to 50, man. And if we're at 50, or even what are we on right now? Does anyone know? Have a look at the likes, put it in the chat and say, listen, guys, we need to get this up. As a childhood Cardiff fan, this should be an easy win for us. I expected the lineup.
40 likes. 10 more likes to 50. Oh, 45.
I don't think we can. What are we on? 46.
Likes.
Come on.
46. Come on,
guys. Come on. There's got to be 4 people in here that ain't hit the likes, man. 4 people. Melon says, big up Melon, says, I think Enzo and Santos start for me. Enzo off for Caicedo at half time. Wow. I think Enzo starts tonight. I've got it in my head that Enzo ain't playing. I'm not going to lie. I've just got. There's no reason why Enzo Fernandez should play today. You know what I mean? Maybe I should unlike those. Shut up, Cole. Shut up. If you want my honest opinion, Ads, you said about this lineup, I thought it might be Guiu up front. I thought Palmer was going to be there. I wouldn't be shocked if we went with a strong midfield and we saw Josh play right back because he played there quite well before and it gives Gusto and that a rest. But it could be something like that as well. It could be so many things. I don't really want to see Enzo Fernandez on the pitch. I've said this a number of times now.
GT agrees. What you're saying?
I don't want to see him on the pitch. I don't want to see Enzo Fernandez on the pitch. I think you can play. You could even play João Pedro there. You could for a half and then put Facundo on. Do you know what I mean? After be substitution, take him off for Newcastle because he will have to play up front against Newcastle. We know that Newcastle is on. Is it Saturday? Newcastle or Sunday?
12:30. Yeah.
So it's an early game Saturday as well. You know, so the pressure's on. Nicholas says Guiu didn't play last one because of illness. versus Lincoln. Indy, Glasner to Chelsea. No, he hasn't. Has he done it again? It's a lie. Is this a lie?
You got your first exclusive indie bomber on back on YouTube.
Is Indy dropped a bomber? No, he ain't. He ain't got no Glasner bullshit. There's nothing there. He's talking about Ruben Amorim to leave United and Glasner desperate for a job. He's saying he might go to Man United. That's what this has come out. Nothing to do with Chelsea. Nothing to do with Chelsea, mate.
What about the Ivan Toney links? Do you remember that from Indie Bomber? Oh, Chelsea are in talks with Ivan Toney.
There ain't no Indie Bomber. I thought we were leaving Indy on playback. Well, I can't put any notifications out. You're lucky. Yeah. So let me get your score predictions. Anyway, we've hit just over an hour. It's not going to be a too long one. I would leave it with Matt, but I don't think Matt can end the stream. To be honest,
I wanted to hear from the Cardiff fan, but he's obviously. Oh no, he's there. You're back. If you could just answer that question about who's your tough, who do you think is going to be our toughest players?
We understand where you're coming from. If we press like I know we can, I believe we can cause you problems. We went 2 up away at Burnley within 20 minutes earlier in the cup. It can be done. We went 2 up away at Burnley within 20 minutes earlier in the cup. It can be done. Okay. He's saying he's quite confident. He thinks if they come out and press and play football that they can give Chelsea problems. I'm saying if they come out and press and do that, it kind of plays in our favour in terms of space. You know, the only difference you've got to remember is the ability on the ball. You're playing against Premier League opposition, so you're up against the quality, which means you can get hurt when you leave space quite quickly. And then again, it just depends who's playing. I'll be honest with you, it really depends how Maresca is going to line us up as well, right? Like, we also got an extra day's preparation on Newcastle as they play tomorrow. There you go. They play Fulham tomorrow. Yeah, that's true.
So what are everyone in the chat saying? So Ibrahim, you said 3-1. Melon, 3-1. CFC Steven, 2-1 loss. Interesting. What were the other ones? Nicholas, you said 3-1. His content 2-1. So okay, interesting. I mean, I'd say Dan, you're saying 2-0.
Yes, Jim. Yes, Dan. What are you saying, bro? You're good. Good to see you, man. Big up, Macca. 4-1.
4-1.
2-0. Mike Chelsea as well. Let's fucking go, man.
Yeah, so it seems like
Jess is in the building as well. Fucking hell.
Yeah, Jim, random one still. Man's here, innit?
What are you saying, Chase?
I've probably missed most of the show. I've been working, but how you doing, Jim?
I'm all right, bro, man. I'm all right. How's life?
No, I'm good. Personally, I'm very good. Chelsea's a bit up and down, it is. But would you mind discussed already about the Cardiff game in general, Maresca and stuff?
Yeah, we've done all the Maresca talk with the comments. We spoke about Thiago Silva and bringing him back. And then we talk about the game, just what we think the lineups might be. And, we're talking to a Cardiff fan in the chat who says that he thinks that if they come out and play and press and get in our face that they might have a chance. But I think that kind of plays to our hands with the space.
What league are Cardiff in? Are they champs or League One?
League One. They're top of League One. They've won the last 5 games.
League One, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think on our bad day we still win. So, because we played terrible against who was it, Jem? A few months back, was it
Lincoln?
Lincoln. We played terribly against Lincoln, and we still won the game. And that, Jem, we remember that game, man. That was terrible. Like, we weren't good at all, and we still won, right? In normal time. What's the other game we had the other day as well where we conceded? It was one of those cup ones as well. So. Listen,
today, bro, we've not been good of recent, have we? But what are you saying about today?
We haven't been good. The club's again in yearly turmoil every single time. This time of year, Chelsea go through something with the ownership. Happened last year, January. Jem does content. He'll remember this. The whole ownership thing with Egg Barley and Bowley happened last year. about Christmas time. Christmas time last year, we also fell off after about New Year's. We fell off.
Yeah.
We didn't beat Ipswich. It happens every single year. This is normal. Chelsea got a terrible run after this Cardiff game. We're probably going to lose every game, so everyone says. Probably won't. So, yeah, it's just standard life at Chelsea since the Champions League win. It's just how it is, unfortunately.
Are you confident today, though? Because I know you can be a bit up and down with your...
Yeah, here's the thing, Jim. They're also funny. People know me for this, yeah? But I'm usually right. I think we beat Cardiff today. But I'm obviously way more worried about Newcastle away. Because looking at the league, we kind of do need to win that game. We can't.
And it's a stick ground for us as well, isn't it? To be quite honest,
like we never win there, and they're not better than us. They're not.
Oh, we went down to 10 men last season. It was one of our last games, and we played them off the pitch in the second half.
Exactly, Jim. Exactly. And in general, we're just better than them in every area.
Yeah, it's just that they.
Yeah.
It's just one of them grounds where we just don't play. Like not
100%. Like there's a few grounds. A few grounds in the league we go to, we just don't get points. And that's Old Trafford, that's Brentford away, that's City away. There's one more. Leeds, we never do well at Leeds. Brentford.
Man United.
Liverpool. I said Man United before. Liverpool, that's the one. Those 5-6 grounds, just forget about it. We're not winning the game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Newcastle's one of them. But with Reece James there and stuff, he's won against Newcastle way before. But on Cardiff, I think this team stinks.
What would you go with?
The problem is Mark Hughes cup tired. The clumsy clown is injured. I saw in
Mark Hughes cup tired.
I saw it on my flipping Sky Sports. It came up.
You sure? I don't think he is he? I
haven't seen him. Let me check the squad we played against Thingy.
He's not cup tied, Ches. If you're talking about that ball, that thing, it's been removed. He's been that rule's been removed against him.
It's been removed, yeah?
Yeah.
Calm chat. I didn't
so basically, they removed it because he got sold to them, but then he returned to Chelsea. Listen, I'll tell you what happened. We passed him on to Sunderland, wasn't it? I think it was. And then because we called him back before the transfer window ended in the same transfer, they deemed it as basically.
Oh, thank God! At least we got a striker
even though he played that game, because it was in the same transfer window, basically. Bullshit.
At least we got a striker for today's game, though. Flip it out. Imagine we didn't.
Who would you play then? What would you do with the team then?
Who's not here? Who I could think of bringing in? Boy.
Palmer's not playing.
I don't know about Caicedo. I'm 50-50 on that. The only reason...
So who would you play?
I understand he hasn't played many games. But then obviously... what's his name? My man's out. This would have been a game for Lavia, isn't it? He's not fit.
Yeah, exactly. That's so irritating.
Yeah, other DM, he's not fit for a good couple weeks. What would I change from this team?
Facundo?
The only reason, do you know what it is, Jem, yeah? I was just looking at him, I swear down. Do you know what the only problem is? João Pedro is so poor in form. We need to start playing him into form. So I've like João Pedro getting a bit of confidence in this game.
If you're going to play João Pedro, though, bro, you've got to play him in the 9. You can't keep playing him in the 9, in the 10, in the 9, in the 10, in the 9, and then we want him to be consistent.
I'll play him in the 10. I won't play him in the 9. I'll play him in 10.
I think he's going to be playing the 9 for us, though. Against Newcastle, he's going to be playing the 9, isn't he? They're going to fucking strikers. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. If you're going to play him, maybe play him there. Sorry, user. I didn't mean to delete. GT's deleting the chats already. Fuck you know. I haven't put Enzo in there because I think Enzo needs a rest. He's been playing too much football.
Yeah, way too much football. Yeah. I think this probably is the team, but we know what Emirates was like. We can never predict what he's going to do. He'll probably play Enzo if we know.
Yeah, it probably will be Enzo in the 10, won't it?
I feel like an experienced coach would start at least 3-4 starters and just take them off.
Well, Sanchez, Chalobah, Caicedo.
Yeah, and Fernandes one more. I think if he's learned from his mistakes, even from this season, he'll start 3-4 starters and then take them off. For example, Sanchez, Chalobah, Caicedo, Enzo, and then be 2-3-0 up by half time, hopefully, or 1-0 up and just change it up. I think it's risky to do what we did in the other rounds because Cardiff made it to semi-final in the day. They couldn't find it. They made it here this far, so we can't suspect them that much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, and that's what I said. I think it's going to be a semi-strong team because it's a quarter-final of a cup anyway. So why would we play a weakened team when we need to win this game to get ourselves to the semi-final? But Ads is saying he can see a world where Neto's a false 9, 100%. And then João Pedro starts as a 9 against Newcastle.
100%. I was thinking that as well in the car earlier. I was thinking I can imagine he puts Neto up front in this game. But again, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that.
He's actually played. He's not actually played that bad in number 9 either, and he has played.
Do you know why? Because his raw attributes are better than the other two. He's more tenacious.
Honestly,
it's fact. It's just unfortunate. It's reality. He's more tenacious than the other two. He's better on the ball. Technically, he's not as good as João Pedro, but he's got way more like dribbling athleticism with his speed. He can actually has a good shot on him. He's probably better up there than the other two, but the other two have the better profile. They're taller. They're probably better in terms of hold up. But
he ain't got nothing to lose. This is a Cardiff fan in the chat. He says, he goes, we haven't got nothing to lose. I think we'll fight with everything we have. Well, you have to. You have to.
Yeah, obviously. You're Cardiff.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Man, there's no offense to the Cardiff fan. They're kind of stating the obvious, bro. Like, you're not going to go, you know what? Go in Chelsea, go win the game. Yeah, go on. Obviously, you're going to fight.
Okay. And that's always the worry when we have like lower end teams doing that. When they don't fight. When they do fight without no fear. It's like what Leeds did against us. That's why I worry a bit, because we seem to just crumble, and it's like when we have to kind of put a bit of fight in ourselves, like we just don't know what to do. We kind of sulk a bit and then just not really play very well. So that's just my only concern. But we should have.
I'm just going to ask you two, yeah. What do you think the biggest? Because I've asked this question many times. I think I got a response the other day, which is actually quite adequate. But I'll ask you and Jem, what do you think the main problem was? For example, Arsenal 7 out of 10 performance, Leeds 2 out of 10 performance. What do you think the reason is for that?
What?
Because I haven't got one answer. I think I've only got one answer in the last 3-4 weeks.
What, just between them two games you're talking about?
Yeah, that encapsulates how we feel as fans. So that's like a microcosm.
I get it.
Yeah.
Go on, Matt.
I think that's an age thing, really. I think that's just like is kind of in a short term like an arrogance thing. I think we'll just kind of walk over them. It's fine. We're better than them. And I think that's what happens when you're younger. You kind of think, yeah, it's fine. But I don't think it's. I mean, we all know it's the Premier League's not as easy as that. It's really frustrating when you do see it though. Like when you do play against Arsenal, you play as well as we did. And let's be honest, we should have won that. The fact that we actually dropped off against Leeds so much, which was quite a predictable performance. Like I was worried about that game, but the fact like how the players look so shocked about it is the bit which worried me the most. And I do think that's just because of age. I think it's an age thing personally, not a mentality. I think it's just an age thing. I think we're just gonna we'll eventually win because of our class and the system. The system will just outplay them completely. And then I think unfortunately, a lot of people in the chat are saying it too. Tosin did happen as well, so it's probably a bit of a personnel thing, but yeah, I think it's a bit more of an age and attitude thing. Why we always just then scream for experience.
It's Ches. I thought he was still here. Did he even hear what you said?
I'll be real, Matt. My bad, innit?
Did you hear what he said?
A breakdown, lad. What'd you say? What was your response?
In short, I think it's an age thing and a mentality thing. I think they thought that we're experienced players, we're better than them, we should be able to one way or another just outplay them, outwork them, and then get the goal. But obviously, it's not as easy as that. So I think it's an age and mentality thing.
I don't know about that, man. Do you know why? I know about this. Jem, you can land your point in it.
I'll be quick with it. I think it was a number of changes in rotation. I think the manager has to look at it in terms of what we did against Arsenal, against what we did at Leeds in terms of the lineup. Don't get me wrong, you're not always going to play the same players. There's certain players we're managing and stuff. I think the rotation in the squad was slightly a bit too much. I think playing players out of position like Trevor Chalobah at right back when he's not been playing right back and actually kept 3 clean or 4 clean sheets up to that point, playing in its centre back next to Fofana, didn't really help the chemistry and the balance. I think Tosin is absolutely useless and doesn't actually help with anything. He didn't win any aerial duels in that battle completely. He got beaten on the ball.
Jem, are you there, mate?
I think the general gist of what Jem did say, though, right, is that maybe rotation players not playing in correct positions. Tosin clearly just shouldn't be on the pitch. What do you think then, Ches? What was the answers that you got when you spoke to people before then?
Yeah, a mix of what you just said, where people think we're complacent. Also, a lot of people think the squad is a bit young and immature. Some people think it's the manager's decision making in terms of the squad and the management of it and the team selection. Some people think it's the quality and they think there's not that good of a team. I personally think, to be cliche, is a bit everything. So
yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
a little bit of everything, and it's kind of like coming together and causing us to not win these winning games. But I do disagree when people put more emphasis on one than the other. For example, people kind of say you're just not good enough. It's like, well, how do you go from a 7 out of 10 to 2 days later 1 out of 10? That's not good enough to see clearly something else.
It's incredibly frustrating when it does happen because, you know, it shows as a kind of clear direction of how you should play. And then when you see it, it always happens when we play like United, for instance, right? It seems like as soon as we play against United, we almost forget how to even pass the ball. And like it's so frustrating when
it's so annoying,
performances, because you're like, they're at a point where they're literally like on their last legs. They should not be anywhere near, but then somehow out of nowhere they get a victory because of our own fault. But I think it's a general collective. I mean, I know I pushed on maybe the maturity side and the youngsters thinking that they're going to win, but I think, like I said, it's not as easy as that. And just saying it's just that, I think it is just annoyingly a frustration of a collective where it's a rotation.
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, Jem, you kind of froze for ages.
I was fucking talking to myself that whole time. I was going in on one.
I'll let you carry on.
I don't even know where I got to. Where did I even get to?
You were talking about personnel playing in the correct position, and then you went about Tosin, and then as soon as you spoke about Tosin, it froze.
So basically, it's the incorporation of too much rotation, players being played out of position, and also us getting found out again based on the players coming off the bench, which are meant to be our B squad, coming in and trying to, carry the levels, shall we say, that we've seen against Arsenal and Barcelona, and it just not being there. And a mixture of all of that is why we struggle to really find that sort of same performance, because chemistry is one of the things, and secondly, the rotations and the and the in-game management in moments, and the players just not being at it from the beginning and being caught, or losing the balls in silly positions, is why we were found where we were, and we continue to have these moments. We do. We just have these games, and it is a problem. We always have these type of games. So the difference between the two is a number of things. I don't think it's one problem. I think you could probably say 3-4 things, in the difference. So
no, that's true. I was saying to Matt before you came, saying that it's a bit of everything. It's a bit of the pie.
Yeah, everything
laid out. It's just a bit annoying because, like Matt said, like I said, about the away grounds. Why is it every single time we play United, no matter how bad they are, we just can't pass the ball? The same with City as well. Since Hazard went there and scored that goal on Costa, we just don't go there and do well. Yes, we got a draw the other year, but again, we gave up a last-minute goal. It just keeps happening. I think, and obviously the big games recently we've done better. Like we've won a few more that we haven't done before, so he's improving. But it's like, why are we so inconsistent? And it's been like this for nearly 10 years. See, 10 years, it was rubbish. I'm like, luckily the Champions League in there, a few trophies, but imagine there wasn't. Like, we'd be Man United. Worse.
Yeah, but we're not, and that's because Maresca's found ways to actually make it work. Even
That's
when you look at the end of last season, mate. But we had no Jackson. Palmer wasn't scoring any goals since January. Yeah, we were going into that last 5 games of doom because people were saying we weren't going to get Champions League football, and we walked out with like 3 or 4 wins and 1 loss and got Champions League. Do you get what I mean? So like we found
that proves when it's like that proves that when they're underdogs and they really want something, they'll do it. But when it's like a normal November night against Leeds, a bit of everything. Yeah, Maresca just doesn't do the right subs, doesn't do the right starting 11. The team's not really on it. Everyone just decides not to turn up. Then they get pammed 3-1 for no reason. Leeds are rubbish. I don't care if they beat us or they drew against. They're not good. I watched most of the teams in the league. Who else did we lose to recently? Bournemouth.
We drew against Bournemouth. We drew.
Bro, they conceded 4 goals to Man United, who are rubbish. I don't care if the second goal scorers in the league. These statistics change every week. Am I going to 1 week go, oh, Chelsea have the best attack? No, it's Arsenal. No, it's Man U. It just keeps changing, bro. So the fact is, we're not doing good enough. We're underperforming. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I hope that the underrated mentality, it kicks into them, boys, because we need to get wins in the next 2-3 games. Oh, you got Villa away or whatever, Villa at home. I don't give a crap. Go win 2 of those games, bro. They're very winnable. Go and beat Villa's win record. They're about 5 in a row, whatever it is, 6 in a row. Go beat them. You know what I'm saying? Get a draw against City. Then we can come out of this winter break and go, you know what? We flopped at the beginning. We've done well at the end. We've leveled out. Because if we don't level out, we're going to have a bad Boxing Day another year, mate.
It won't be a very pretty Christmas when you think that we've lost the league, drawn with Bournemouth. We must beat Everton, so we're kind of evening out.
Right now we're evening out. Right now we're evening out a little bit.
We are, and a lot. The next run of games, 5 games, are a piss take. Really, you're after Cardiff, like you said. We've got Newcastle, Aston Villa, then we got Bournemouth, then we got Man City. It's not really an easy run of games.
But I like that because all the teams around you, so you do well, it helps you a lot.
Right? They need to find their momentum again. That's what they need. They need to find real momentum in behind.
And it was it wasn't even the Arsenal game which killed it. It was it was the Barcelona game, Arsenal draw, and the Leeds performance. Yeah, I don't know, man.
What's your score predictions tonight? I'm going to tie it up.
Chez, I'll let you go first, mate.
PTSD sounds starting to kick in. Damn. I'm going to say a stinky 2-1. Because we've got that clown at the back, I think we concede. Respectfully.
What are you saying, Matt?
I'm going to say 3-1. I think Cardiff are going to score first. I think they're going to be up at the races, really going for it. It's going to be really scrappy to start with. And then I think we're going to react at half-time. So it could be like 1-1 at half-time and then we react.
I think it's going to be 0-0 at half-time and I think we're going to win 2-0 second half.
No, it's so scary. This is scary. We actually don't know how this game's going to go down. That's just scary. What pisses me off? We end the stream, yeah? How can Leeds have a few chances and actually score? And when it's us, we never score. Why is that? Why is it every single team that plays us has 2 chances and they score 1 or 2? It's so jarring.
We're the root of our own downfall. The goals that are conceded against us are usually mostly to do with our own. It's our own doing. We are own doing FC. When you look at the goals that teams score against us, barring even the Marino one against us against Arsenal, like Fofana was just ball watching, but still they don't really score good goals. It's something stupid where someone won't pass the ball out. Or fucking someone will do something stupid and they'll look at each other like, oh, what's going on?
That's so funny. In that game, I think that was their only mistake and we conceded from it. Because after that, they didn't make any mistakes.
Yeah, we conceded 3 goals in 5 games so far. I've looked at. And we've got the most clean sheets in the Premier League right now. Which is
join. I think we're joined at the top now.
Talk about Fernandes, your boy. What do you want me to say, Cole?
He's been mid for a while. He's been mid.
I mean, do you think it's mid, Chez, or do you think it's due to fitness and he's being overplayed?
Yeah, but the whole problem with that conversation becomes convoluted, a bit diluted, because we can use that argument for most players. We can give an argument for someone being bad. There's always an argument. Like, at the end of the day, we all try and earn money in our life, hopefully. You work a job or you work for yourself. burning performance is burning performance. You can always add context. At the end of the day, you still got to fucking work. Like,
yeah, the truth is though,
he's not been good enough.
We've completely overplayed Caicedo and Enzo to the ground. Like, people don't realize how much football them two have played since they've
Of
come
course,
to
Caicedo still has
our recruitment.
Jim, I get that, but he still has a base level. Like, Caicedo had a poor game against Sunderland. He had a poor game recently against Arsenal. That was over exuberant. That's a poor game for me. It happens. Enzo's playing, and there's like 2 yarders. There's 5 yarders. There's a through ball here.
Yeah, but that's the problem with when it comes to Enzo. He always gets judged on his passing because his passing is his strength. And when he's playing like he did against Wolves, for example, or he's playing like he did against Liverpool, or when he's playing like he did against Barcelona, yeah, it's all Enzo, because all these passes that he's making are actually executed. You know, I don't know, like with Enzo right now, I've stopped talking about him. I don't have too much conversations in and around Enzo Fernandez anymore. I've seen what I've needed to see, and he's given us enough consistency throughout this period for me to realize that when I look at this team, he is not the root of our fucking problems. When I look,
I'm not using him as a scapegoat. I'm not one of those guys.
They do. That's the problem. He's used as a scapegoat.
People go, Jimmy loves that one. Jimmy was just randomly throwing, "Get Enzo at my football club." I was like, bro, I get it. But he's not the reason why we're not winning this game.
Then what happened when he went through a 5-6 month period of being very good, scoring the goals when Cole Palmer wasn't able to do it, creating the goals when Cole Palmer wasn't able to do it, and actually helping us get through the shit? Everyone's just very quiet, you know.
No, but I think the only thing objectively, forget the scapegoating, forget that you love the guy who defend him. The point is, you bought him and Caicedo and Myers, these kind of guys, 100 million. Caicedo and other players are rising and getting to that level. With Enzo, he's slowly doing that. So that's why he's always going to naturally be compared. Because he's not, like you said, Jem, 5 months he could be sick, 5 months he could be, that's not going towards world-class ability or like top-class ability, is it? That's just a good player.
Well, yeah,
you don't pay 100 million for a good player, do you?
Well, no, I hear that, but then again, he's also added things to his game that he never had under Poch as well. He's scoring goals and crashing the box and scored important goals. He's had different instructions to what he's had in the past in terms of playing deeper. He's now playing more like a fucking Bellingham style 10, attacking the box and trying to use his passing range in the attacking areas. He's just being played differently, which has actually benefited his game, and he's been better for it. It's actually made him a better player, in my opinion. But I do prefer him to be in between the deep part and the attack, like he was against Wolves. Do you remember the Wolves game where he was just pinging everything? I prefer him in that. And I also do think, and I always think that we shouldn't be playing on the right-hand side when we play in the 10. Like, I don't get that. I don't get why you play players in positions. You can see he's playing well on the left, and he's having really good games and performances. He's played against Liverpool, Barcelona, Wolves, and I think Arsenal, all on the left-hand side of the 10, and had really good performances. He played 3 games on the right-hand side against Bournemouth, Leeds, and Atalanta, and it was meh. So sometimes maybe we need to...
His best position, if we're talking about Enzo, I think is not deep line playmaker, but like that kind of role-ish where he picks up the ball, he's tenacious, he can spread the play, he's good on the ball in terms of receiving.
He gets around as well. People don't realise he's got that.
Yeah, and he puts himself about it, like tackles, he's aggressive.
He's not the greatest tackler. He's not like the greatest.
Yeah, but he's all rounder in that position, isn't it? Like, he played there against Brent away, done well. Yeah, that was a good performance. So I
want him rested. I want him rested for this game, and I want him playing ready for Newcastle. You need your best players.
I think we could beat them. I think if we beat Cardiff today, quite well, boys. Yeah. Don't know what Matt thinks, but I think we could beat Newcastle. I don't look at them and go. I don't look at them the same as last season. I just don't. They've got no Dan Burn. I don't really see if they do beat us where it's going to be, other than our unforced errors. Genuinely, well, then they're not playing that great.
Firstly, we've got to beat Cardiff, because if we lose this game and going into Newcastle,
exactly, if we don't win this game, we're definitely not beating Newcastle, because our team mentality is weak.
It's weak. I won't be in any confidence whatsoever, mate. To be honest, I
want to go to this final.
Anyway, guys, big up everyone. Thank you for popping through. Ches, good seeing you. Matt, as always, good life, guys. Up the fucking Chelsea. Let's hope we can win tonight. Yeah. See what happens. Hopefully we get the 3 points. I've got, what's the time here? You know, it's 12:15. I've still got work to do. I'm probably going to end up doing an all-nighter and then sleeping. I might not even. I have to watch the Chelsea game. I was not going to watch it. I was actually going to go to bed. But then how do I do that? I can't. I watch every game. So that means Jem's going to be tired again tomorrow. But it is what it is, right? The things you have to do for your football club bat, isn't it? Win, lose, or draw.
So we're on 54 likes at the moment. So thanks everyone for liking it.
Yeah, listen, over 50 people today. Really impressive. You know, we've grown slowly, as always. And like I said, guys, before you leave, hit the algorithm, but also leave a comment, guys. I want you to put your score predictions in the comments below. Yeah, so that also helps you in the US, Gem. No, I'm in Thailand as well. So, yeah, I'm just tired. I'm tired now. I've still got stuff to do. Just running myself down a bit, but it is what it is. We need to win this game. If not, the board will sack Maresca. I don't know about that. I mean, it will put a lot of pressure, though, but I don't see him going. But listen, let's not think about that for now. Let's think about winning tonight.
Think about the win.
And 12 hours ahead of us. Yeah, I am 12 hours ahead of you. And Matt, yeah, I will see you soon, guys. Yeah, make sure you're in the Discord. Is everyone in the Discord in here? In our Discord? Can someone get the Discord and put it in there so everyone can join? And that's where we're talking in game, watching the game, having video chats in there. This is a community for you guys to all talk, and you can also keep an eye out for lives. They get posted in there, or any news, any transfer news when we get to it as well. This is where you're going to want to be going into next year, guys, because me and Matt have got so many plans as well. So, yeah, do you want to, if you want to join the Discord is right there.
What I was thinking of doing is maybe at half time, the voice channel. So if anyone wants to come in there quickly for 10 minutes,
I'll be there.
And we'll have a little chat and run through it. And then we'll do a match review tomorrow at some point. We'll just got to figure out a time. And yeah, sorry.
That sounds good, mate. That sounds good. Get everyone following the Discord before we leave, guys. Make sure you get yourself over there now. All 40 of you, if you're not in there, go over there. I was on Hossam's channel, yeah. I literally had that earlier as well, so that's what I'm saying. It's just thinking now I've got to go and do some work. But yeah, I'll see you later on. Up the fucking Chelsea. See you later, guys. Big up. Peace.